slightly different positions in the table. Astralis currently sitting at 1 and 4. If they lose here, they'll join Vitality at the bottom. Fnatic trying to make their way towards the top and get towards Rogue and G.
The mobility of a Samira next to that Rel, doing such a good job of setting up that magnetic stun, and now immediately they're running towards this middle lane, so very low mana on Niski, and we'll see if they can get a flash off of the mid laner.
I mean, Promiscu flashes in, gets the stun. Niski tries to flash away. There's the knock-up, and Niski has nowhere to go. First blood for Jeskla for Astralis, and I'm loving what I'm seeing here.
Look, I wanted to see a fight out of Astralis, and right off the bat, it's the bot lane. Jeskla and Promiscu taking matters into their own hands. They get the flash out of Upset to start the game off, and Samira. Importantly as well, Jeskla still has the flash, still has the exhaust, so even in terms of bot lane summoners, they're really not that far off.
Selfmade here waiting for Promiscu. Promiscu does not have a flash of his own. Selfmade looking for the bear stance as Promiscu gets underneath the tower, but Selfmade takes a couple of tower shots here. The knockup's going to land. Hylissang able to keep Selfmade safe enough, and Selfmade positioned well to get that kill. I will say quickly before we jump into the next bit of this ender, Genji's life was the Rakan. He actually did it against Fnatic, and it was Fnatic who
in the 2v2, but now once again, some pressure around this middle lane. Raptor camp being stolen away by Zanzara. Just good pathing overall, and Niski, he's low enough to be dove.
Niski doesn't have flash. Zanzara could look for the flash. Stun, and here comes Promiscu. Bird is not the word for Niski as he manages to survive for just a second. They've already killed Zanzara, and now Nuke tanking the tower shots. Promiscu stepping forward, Nuke's dead! Oh, the dive goes all kinds of wrong. Selfmade, flash, bear, slap down Promiscu. He gets chased away. Selfmade takes the kill. And this time, the flashless Rakan is working for Fnatic.
Oh, it's a disaster, Astralis. I liked the idea behind the play, but they couldn't get the kill. And then Hylissang rolls up with an extra summoner spell. Forget the flash. He has the exhaust to make sure he can keep his mid laner alive, and he's back in the bot lane for more.
And Jessica has flash here, will use it. Selfmade still on the dive. That whirlwind will do nothing for you. Oh, no.
Oh, God!
What is with teams and diving like absolute morons in this game? Like, seriously. Seriously.
Look, Medic, it's just exhaust, it's OP. No one expects the extra exhaust.
I'm sorry, you know how much damage towers do? You've played this game for 10 years.
They think they can get the kill and trade 1 for 1. No, and that's just unlucky. And then as I was saying, there's still an exhaust on Jeskla, so that's why the bot lane tower died.
True.
Oh, we're back in the mid lane with the
fighting once again. Nuke has been caught out by Niski, who slides his way in. The Emperor's Divide will keep Nuke on the wrong side of the rift. TP behind Zanzara as he goes forward, looking for the damage on Niski. Bwipo here with the dominus. Zanzara trying to trade, takes one. Now he's looking for Hylissang as well as Selfmade joins the fray. Battle dance, the grand entrance knock-up from Hylissang will give another kill over to Selfmade. 11 kills, 6.5 minutes, 2 botched tower dives, no flash on Rakan, and I think we're caught up, Ender.
Let's, Samira, and even, you know, as we mentioned, the duo potential of the picks you can get with the Samira, plus that Rel here is both supports hiding around middle lane. Niski goes for it.
Slides in, once again, Nuke out of position. Here comes the Grand Star Force.
It's a party!
Zanzara's gonna join the party. Promiscu with a double knock-up, and here comes White Knight. Gnaw them to death. Niski falls as well. And Ender, I just want to remind you of a little stat I said in pick ban. When Fnatic die before the 15-minute mark, they end up losing the game. When it's high kills, high action, Fnatic this
troll games, less so. So this game, very messy, a lot of kills, and we say messy, that's usually just means there's a lot of blood on the ground, which I guess does constitute some sort of mess, and Jeskla maybe walking into a trap. Bwipo and Hylissang ready to pounce.
Fnatic love this bush. Bwipo coming in, Ruthless Predator stun goes out, Bwipo flashes forward, and bye-bye AD carry. And we have 14 kills at 9 minutes. Do you want a little medic moment? Do you want a little fun fact?
Yeah, hit me.
What do you think is the most bloody game at 15? Like, how many kills were there at 15 this
I'm gonna guess we're 1 off and it's 15.
No, it's 19. So we
you said 15 minutes. I was thinking 10. My bad.
Have to listen to the question, Ender.
That's an Ender moment, a little weird moment, you know?
It's a little weird champ right there. Bwipo's going to get a couple of plates in the bottom lane. He will now have a sizable lead over White Knight.
They like to go in when they see an advantage, but when there's tools like the ultimate coming out of the Pantheon and Zanzara, you have TPs up as well. They must keep these in mind. So that's how they got punched in mid, but they just went White Knight. Oh my.
White Knight? Exhaust goes down. White Knight flashes away. Hylissang's taking a couple of tower shots. Hylissang upset. I'm going to say it again, Ender. Do they not know how much damage towers do? Have they not done the maths recently? Selfmade's on his way up here as well. White Knight looking to get to Mega Gnar before Selfmade can get there. Selfmade takes up tower shot.
No!
Get out of here!
Oh, White Knight with a thumbs up on the way out, and even Nuke Duck is trying to show up here. The man drop in from Zanzara. They're saying, get the hell away from our top laner.
So, usually it's cross-map play with Rift Herald, right? You're like, oh, you put the Rift Herald down in the other lane, we'll play topside. Fnatic lose 2 kills in the top lane, lose 5 plates in the bottom lane, and that gold lead that was 1,000 gold ahead for Fnatic a minute ago is now 2,000 behind.
Goodness.
As once again, Astralis dive in. Hylissang and Bwipo trying to survive. Hylissang almost goes down. Bwipo has already fallen. Niski TPs into the fight, but he won't be able to keep Astralis at bay. Immortal Shield Bow now complete on Jeskla. Ender, we're almost there.
Need an own record this
exactly.
game.
Should have picked body bearers. Here comes Zanzara down towards the bottom lane. Teleport already used by Fnatic. Hylissang diving in with the quickness. White Knight doesn't have anywhere near Mega. Zanzara going forward. He's exhausted. Upset. Cleanses. Gets away. Bwipo going in with the Rooster's Predator now as he tries to get onto the backline. White Knight building up that Gnar bar.
Here comes Niski.
Heals up a ton, but the shockwave will bring him back. Niski joins the fray a little bit too late in my estimations. Astralis get a kill and get out.
The crazy thing is that Astralis are getting away playing at a near numbers disadvantage. That was a 3v3 for a very long... So there was going to be a 4v3 for Fnatic because Astralis had their bot lane still committed topside. So Astralis are very much playing loose, playing fast, seeing the windows where they can go in, and it's still very, very close. So these fights do feel like they could go either way. And as long as Astralis keep winning them consecutively, it's going to build up into a big, big lead as they continue to start knocking down these towers.
I mean, this is just a chaotic game. Like, this is the sort of game you want to end the day on.
Look at the bot diff.
That's because of all those plates. He was gifted all of the plates in the bottom lane, just with a 14 CS differential and a 2 kill differential.
And it goes to show that among the madness, if you sort of get yourself out of that, you can build up a big lead. It's the same thing as like in solo queue, if everyone's fighting, you're the jungler and you just keep farming up, you're gonna have a huge advantage. I know a little bit about that. Selfmade knows a little bit about that. It can be very, very effective. And now for Astralis, the next few minutes is another Drake gets taken away by Fnatic. They've stacked up 2 of those now. Jeskla needs to get involved in these plays. Now that he has the big lead, he's that.
Yeah, 6 and 12.
You went to college. I didn't. I trust you.
It does. My maths was correct. Yeah, it translates to 6 and 12. And 6 and 12 historically does not make playoffs. Now, I'm not saying Fnatic will not make playoffs if they lose this game. I'm not saying that they can't improve, but I'm saying a third of the way through the split, you do need to be starting to build up those wins, to get those win streaks in, because otherwise you might be on the outside of playoffs looking in.
And I'm saying forget the math. Fnatic fans can be a little vicious at times, so you definitely do not want to get buff is going to be spawning away from Fnatic. Fnatic also know that that's a move for Astralis, and they're trying to punish.
So the important thing for Astralis is maintaining the flank vision. If they don't, Hylissang has a perfect opportunity to come in, and you can see no wards where Hylissang is, and he dives straight in. A great Gnar, but is it too little too late? Jeskla exhausted down towards the bottom side, Starfall coming in as well. Astralis trying to get the kills where they can. Hylissang's already dead, and Bwipo is the next on the menu, but he just about survives. Zanzara flashes the wall straight into the waiting arms of Selfmade. And you can see Astralis were flanked, and because of that, they lose the fight.
And you know what? That is Fnatic. Great summoner tracking. No, White Knight, why are you going in? Upset, and Bwipo shut him down. And I'll tell you, Nuke Duck's TP just now came up. The reason Fnatic go in, they see Astralis overcommitting, and Nuke Duck was still waiting for his TP to be ready and available. It's got to be a fake one, though, right?
Oh, yeah,
if it was a real turret, then he would have gone for it.
It's fine. Astralis, though, that gold lead has now shrunk because of that play from Fnatic, and now Fnatic TPing in. This will be their 3rd dragon, put them on Soul Point. Rift Herald went down in the mid lane. Zanzara's trying to step forward, but the dragon is almost already gone. Now it's down. Astralis perhaps looking to guide this Rift Herald in. Zanzara going forward, getting the Scuttle Cram. Wasn't quite able to take it. Fnatic do not have an easy path into this mid lane, but
exactly.
Where's Hylissang, Ender? Where's
Hylissang's looking for that flank, of course. At the same time, White Knight's in bot side trying to build up Rage, and now he's going to be on it. Astralis see him with the minions, but Fnatic are trying to force the fight.
Yeah, I actually think that was slightly poorly timed from Hylissang because of the minions being there. Zanzara's the one who gets jumped up, but he puts up the Aegis Assault, and you can see how much damage he mitigated for the Baron, Ender.
Yeah, Astralis really want to turn and find a fight. No flash on Upset, no flash on Niski. Those are the targets Astralis want to dive onto, and they have all the ultimates except for White Knight. Man drop is coming in. Here we go.
The man drop comes down, immediately tries to dive onto Hylissang. Aegis Assault from Zanzara will keep him alive for just a moment, but Bwipo's diving onto the backline, and Upset's already taken one. Jessica has to flash away, building up the start point. Niski slides and glides into the backline, and he gets a triple straight away. Fnatic turn their eyes towards the Baron.
The Baron is bad news today. You did not want to be starting that objective because you get punished. Fnatic fly in on the team fight, and it's Niski with a 3-man Emperor's Divide, a triple kill. And all of a sudden, the game is looking all Fnatic once again.
with this Baron buff, a 2,000 gold lead. All because of this play from Astralis. You can see what they're thinking. They're thinking we can get onto upset, we can get onto the back line.
But Hylissang just knocks him up immediately. That ultimate super telegraph, not hard to interrupt him on. That Blippo with the Domus, of course, super tanky inside. If I didn't even have the Domus, it looked like there. It didn't even matter because Niski's there.
Now they have Baron buff for the next 2. Currently they've got 2k gold out of it. We're trying to chase Zanzava out of the jungle. Selfmade coming in as well with the Dead Man's Turbo Chem Tank combination.
A lot of pings onto the top lane right now from Nuke Duck. He's pushing out that wave as best he can. But Fnatic, they're committed to taking this mid lane turret. It's just Blippo to move on up there, and Nuke Duck does see him on a ward. I'm worried about Nuke Duck, though, because it is realistic that Fnatic, if they decide to, could just blitz up towards that top side and try to punish a very much flashless Orion.
You can see as well the roller coaster that's been the gold difference this game. Astralis, for the first time in a long time, had a gold lead. And Fnatic have been able to fight back from that. Now at their greatest lead throughout the entire match. Nuke Duck with the shockwave, but Selfmade's on the chase. Phoenix stance alongside a Ruthless Predator.
Yeah.
Whipper will be enough to get the kill. Upset's now pushing in the bottom lane. Whipper should be able to take this tower by himself. Yep. Doesn't have the TP, so if Astralis can find an engage in this bottom side, maybe they can look for something. But Hylissang is here to act as a little bit of a bouncer. He can always battle dance his way across. Selfmade?
Selfmade? He's looking for the whole flank. What's this guy? Are you Trick 2G, man? Like, what is going on? I love it. He's between 2 towers. That doesn't even have a care in the world, just laughing at Astralis while Blippo walks the wave in.
I mean, I've heard of Proxy Singe. I've never heard of Proxy Phoenix Stance Udyr without
That
minions.
wasn't even Proxy.
Yeah,
it wasn't even farm. He was just dancing around the turret.
Hey
doing a
guys.
little loop-de-loop.
Hey, look, there's a tower here. Woo!
Oh,
What?
man.
Like, actually, what? Why would you do that?
Look, Selfmade is
no
just
sense.
a different beat. He just is built different.
I forgot. Right, as you say, Cloud Drake up in 3 seconds time. Selfmade looking for the flank.
Fnatic can just push mid also, by the way. That is what they're doing currently.
We saw a Baron for Nexus trade earlier from Rogue. Are we going to see a first Dragon of the game for Inhibitor trade here from Astralis? Selfmade decides not to flash in. I mean, they can just keep him around.
Yeah, I mean, that's just an inhibitor, and there's also a team fight. Nar's basing.
Whipper flashes in, Upset coming in from the bottom side as well with the Mega Gnar. It's actually doing a lot right. Upset goes in with the Killer Instinct. Jessica's already dead. Hylissang will be the first to fall on the side of Fnatic. There is
Look at Niski,
Gnar from White Knight. Niski coming in as well. Zanzava trying to do what he can, but Nuke Duck is almost dead. Fnatic just cleaning him up, and it's a Cloud Drake for Nexus exchange, and
well, there you go.
Rogues.
It was looking good for Astralis up until Niski showed up, and Niski and Upset shut that down immediately. A sad B. He cries, and there's only 2 turrets left for Fnatic here. They've been struggling with turrets all game. They're going to want to knock those out, and the rest of Astralis.
Well, White Knight has a stopwatch to keep himself alive for the moment. Promiscu trying to do what he can to clear out the minion waves. Selfmade will stun him up. There's the first Nexus tower down. How long we got on Jessica? 3 seconds. They might not take the Nexus, but they are damn well going to try as Fnatic look for the second Nexus tower here. Astralis cannot defend. They played valiantly in the early game, but even with that Gnar, I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Upset down quite low, though. He still gets the kill onto White Knight. Jessica trying to do what he can as he takes down Niski. Zanzava gets another, and actually, Astralis have held on as the shutdowns come through. Grand Starfall for the chase on Selfmade, but we've seen how quick that Turtle Bear Phoenix can be.
I don't think you're catching that, man. Just a little emote, zoom, zoom, zoom on out of the way.
He upsets at 3 items as well with a Nash's 2/3 on this Kai'Sa.
The hope for Astralis. No flash, no cleanse on Upset. Summoner spell tracking. What can they do here? Not a whole lot of flashes for Astralis to work with. Iron the Sun disc goes down in mid. Help get some cryo. They want to kill.
I mean, Hylissang doesn't really have a way to get away from this. Promiscu takes the kill. Meanwhile, in the bottom side, you can see Nuke Duck flashes into the face of Upset. Upset's like, I'll very happily kill this ball woman in my face. As Whippo dives onto the backline, trying to get onto Promiscu. Selfmade's chasing as well. Zanzava goes golden. Upset with the Killer Instinct, gets in as well, and Jessica will be the next to fall. Fnatic cleaning up the fight. Zanzava able to win a 1v1 against Niski down towards the bottom side, but Fnatic get the double onto Whippo. There are pings on the Nexus ender, and Fnatic are looking to close out this game.
Remember the names of these items. Gore Drinker, Sterix Gauge, Gargoyle, Stoneplate, because Whippo was absolutely unkillable. And Selfmade, he continues to do Selfmade things as the rest of his team waltzes down mid here. A valiant effort from Zanzar to fly in at the end of it all, but I don't think he's going to be able to do anything. The Aegis Assault, that's a whole lot of damage, but the ace comes through for Upset, and so will the game.
Well, it was a game of League of Legends, and Fnatic won it in the end. Good stuff from them as they look for a match against G2 tomorrow.
Say what you will with how these games